Where are you located?
We are located in Southern California in a county called Riverside County.
Wow. So I just imagine all of California being really competitive. Is your area competitive?
I guess, but it's not something that we really think about. I think our biggest competition is ourselves. So
That's awesome. And how long, so tell me kind of your background first. I want to hear about the deal, but like how long have you been in real estate investing? What kind do you do?
yeah, so my lady's also here. She's working. She's actually texting right now. So, but again, so we just moved in our office. But anyways, I've been doing this for about a year now, and we're loving it. Long story short, I was in a custody battle with my little girl, and long story short, like I said, we actually won. But again, I was in a lot of debt to my attorney, so I started thinking about. I was actually a fireman down in San Diego. I was in the military, all this other stuff.
Thank you for your service, by the way.
Oh, I appreciate it. And it was definitely fun. Did 8 years. But anyways, I was a fireman down there. So back to the custody thing. My little girl was born. I was obviously getting a lot of debt to my attorney. So I started thinking about, okay, don't start thinking about, I can't, right? But how can I afford this? Right. So I realized back in the Navy, I read the Rich Dad Poor Dad book. We used to pass books around on deployment. And that was one of the books that got passed around. Now, I never moved forward with it. Obviously, I was in my 20s. I'm like 30 right now. So I was in my 20s. And, I was kind of in a whole different mindset. But anyways, I picked up that book and I realized that real estate was the way to go to kind of get that money going again and investing and stuff. But obviously, like most of us, how in the world are we able to afford real estate? How can we get rentals and stuff with no money, let alone I'm in debt, right?
Right.
So obviously, what do we keep doing? We keep searching. Okay, how do I get in real estate? Not that I can't, right? But how can I? So I found out wholesaling, right? I found out this thing called wholesaling. I literally just heard about it a year ago, like today.
Wow.
I signed up for Wholesaling, got my first deal like in a month or 2 months in. Then kind of started trying to get some momentum with that consistency. Well, the consistency wasn't there. I do a deal here and there, but it wasn't until I realized that, especially here in Southern California, you pull a list, you get behind 10,000 other people, right? So I started realizing, it's drawing for dollars. I need to make my own list. So guess what? Obviously, you actually had a thing with Zach Booth yesterday.
We have it tonight.
Oh, is that tonight? Well, that's awesome. I love Zach. So I signed up for his course. So obviously, shout out to that guy. Freaking rock star. Love his course. So I signed up for his course. Obviously, he uses your guys' platform. So that's how I started doing, drawing for dollars. Literally, that's our only deal source right now. We're doing about 2 to 3 consistently, but we're trying to ramp those numbers up. But again, Zach's course, I'm going to have to put a little plug in there for that. But
the description below.
Right?
I'm going to have to tell him that tonight that you mentioned that because, I love that he's such a big supporter and we appreciate that. And it's changing lives. Like that's the biggest
100%.
thing, right? I mean, you're doing 2 to 3 deals a month. And so are you on our professional plan? Cause you said you had some drivers.
No. So we're actually on the enterprise. You can't beat the enterprise plan, but here's the thing. So I set up a whole programs and stuff like, I don't know. I feel like I'm jumping all around right now.
But no, go ahead. That's the story of my life.
No, so obviously that's how we got into real estate. And what I did is I realized that I was still in the fire department when I signed up for his course to kind of get things ramped up. So I hired a driver, kind of the way he taught in his course. And it's still a good plan, but I hired about 2 drivers at a point. And let's just put it out there. I even set up like videos. I would do like walkthroughs. I would do stuff like come and drive with me. I did all kinds of stuff. I have a sweet process where it's kind of like a training videos and stuff.
Yeah.
So I would make these videos for them, and I made it a very easy process. I would be on calls with them constantly, seeing how they were, but the quality still wasn't there. And again, that was just me. So what happened was, I kind of got rid of them. We kind of dialed it back. And now it's just me and my lady driving on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And we do and here in California, our pins have to be a little up. I saw the last video you did with, I forgot the other gentleman, but I watched a little bit of it. He said he did like, he's doing like 50 deals, whatever. With like 200 pins. I mean, good on him. But here you got to obviously pin a little more properties to get a deal.
Yeah.
So we're doing about, I would say, a minimum of 4,000 pins to get probably a deal. But again, here in California, the spreads are beautiful. Let's just say that.
I was about to say, that's like I think that's the hardest thing though for people to kind of grasp, is because Ryan is in Missouri and in a very kind of more rural, like suburban area in the Midwest, where you're in the West Coast, where it's just like the spreads are bigger, but that also means that we do say like, we say the 300 number, but if I'm talking to guys in California, I'm like, okay, you need to be doing like minimum 1,000. Like you gotta be putting. Yeah. So you said you do 4,000. So how many, between Tuesday and Thursday, how many properties do you guys like kind of get in?
Yeah. So and that's a great question. So we actually just started this big, like I would say dump in our pinning the beginning of October. So my drivers, again, with 2 drivers, I was only getting between 800 and 1,200 pins. And again, I was paying them 20 hours a week, $15 an hour. And like I said, the quality just wasn't there. We actually went to go drive, and we'd see that they pinned this property, but not the next 5, right? Where they're still distressed, these properties. So, and that's fine. I just, kindly said, okay, we don't need your guys' service at the moment. So we wanted to dial it back and try to get that, quality back. So me and my lady decided to, and that's the good thing on your guys' features, is that we could take all those driving records off. We took all their past stuff off because we would be driving like, okay, what street did we go down? Because they already went down these streets. But we took it all off, and now we're re-driving our county. Because here's the thing, they would rush it too. So they actually drove our entire county. We live in a huge county. I don't know the numbers, but a very big county. And he drove the whole county. I'm thinking like, okay, do I need to go to my next county, right? And it's been like 3 months. It was ridiculous. So, but now we're realizing that they were just kind of rushing and stuff like that. Maybe I should have been a little more on them a little bit. I don't know. I'm not like that though. I'm not a big micromanager. So anyways, so now we do, we hit those pins. We hit about 2,000 a week between me and my lady.
Wow.
Yeah. So our goal, and that's the thing. So we try to shoot for a high goal. So we try to do 600 each time we go out. She went out driving today. I was at a seller's house. She got 1,200 today. But again,
yeah, fire.
So and here's the thing. Now that we've done this, we have a lot of trial and error in this, and this is something I want to tell. I love to tell other people when they drive for dollars, and I think you've even expressed this. A lot of people think that they just got to pin the worst of the worst properties. Yeah, I believe that at first, but at the same time, now we look at it a different way. We actually look at if that property needs a little TLC, if I could add a little paint to it, if I could do this or that, I'm pinning that property, because I would say half of our deals are in great condition already. They just obviously found themselves in a different niche. But the thing with driving for dollars and your guys' thing is that when, like I said earlier, if you pull a list, get behind 10,000. If I get behind my list, I'm the only one behind it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there are there's some properties that'll be on there, that'll be on some lists, but most of the time I'm having a lot better conversations, a lot quality conversations, because I'm the only one talking to them.
Right. No, that's amazing. And I love that. Have you gone through our onboarding process for Enterprise? We just started the VIP.
Yeah, I think it was Josh. I talked to Josh, and I was kind of telling him a little bit what we were doing. And he's like, oh, you don't need to talk to Elise because you already know what you're doing. I
wondered. I'm like, how did you not go through me? I'm like, wait, this makes no sense.
Did I just throw Josh on the bus?
I will. Well, yeah, you did, because I'm going to talk to him now and be like, listen, I mean, good job. He did. You're right.
Yeah, don't tell him I said it. No.
He knew that you knew what like you were doing. And so I love it. And so like, how many deals have you closed then with DealMachine, or how long have you been just using the driving for dollars leads?
Yeah, so with DealMachine, I don't know, 8 or 9.
We started in March.
I would say she's trying to come up with numbers right now. I would say about 8 to 10 or something.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, but again, the deals are, I mean, you could do one deal a quarter here and make a good living. I don't work at the fire department anymore. So I do this full time. I quit the fire department a couple months ago. I would say also I'm a kind of a full-time dad now, which I love. I'm not, I would go to the fire department 48 hours, obviously we have a lot of also wildland fires here that would take me away for weeks. And now I don't need to do any of that. Now I'm here. This DealMachine and wholesaling has got me the freedom to be a full-time dad almost. And that's kind of like where we're going. We're actually learning under Zach right now to try to build that team. And yeah, so I could obviously, be that full-time dad. That's our why. That's our goal. So.
Oh my gosh, I love it. And congratulations. Cause like you just said, you just moved into this office?
Yeah. So this week. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's huge.
Yeah. Cause again, and that back with the drivers and, we also had like, we would, what's called delegate cold callers to other companies and stuff like that, but the quality wasn't there. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to bring everything in house. And again, there could be people that disagree, but for us at this moment, we want a culture. We want to bring everything in house. And obviously we needed an office to obviously bring that cold call. I didn't want to bring, cold callers into my house where my ladies are, right? My lady, my daughter. And, but now we have an office where we can start bringing those candidates on and see if they would want to move up the ladder to acquisitions, dispositions, admin, whatever. So.
Yeah, you're literally building. I love that you said you're a culture. You're building that in-house, like solid so that y'all are on the same page. And I applauds to you and your lady over. Hello. And I think
Michaela. Here, I'm going to turn my computer. No. She's working.
Hi, Michaela. You guys are killing it. Like you guys are just so diligent. I love that I always ask about Tuesdays or when they drive or when you guys drive, because I feel like that's the hardest thing is you can make up so many excuses of not to go out and drive because it is a time consuming thing, but I'm excited so what are you guys still kind of holding back a little bit until you hire more drivers or what's kind of your plan moving forward?
So that's a great question. I don't know if I should sell too much because with Zach.
Oh, right. Go sign up for the course.
Like, do we even need Zach for later? Because I've already told everything that he does.
Right. Well, it's like, go ahead.
No, basically, long story short, I'll let. But we're looking for somebody in house that's going to basically work alongside of us and drive. So somebody who could actually see the impact of what's happening. And so, for example, if you just hire a driver. Well, that driver doesn't really know what's going on in the background. Yeah, I actually paid him commission. I'd actually give him $500 for every deal, blah, blah, blah. But they still don't know what's happening on the back end. I want somebody who's working in this office, kind of like an admin, and then also driving on top of that. So I guess, I don't know if I should say it, but Zach has a guy named Miguel who's killing it for him. And so we basically say that we're trying to look for Miguel. And
I feel like anyone who really has like that one driver is like, that is your gold nugget. Like you go through so many, but when you find your Miguel, I know the Polites have their person, like that is your, like, we don't want we just want that kind, like that, just that diamond that you like we're in front of all of this. Like you just got to find it.
Right.
Well, I can see you guys definitely moving to being on a webinar yourself if you guys are ever interested.
No, absolutely. And we've learned from, again, just with the culture of, I think wholesaling right now, it's like, obviously there's a lot of wholesalers out there that are, that don't look at the ethical side of things, and with you guys, obviously Wholesale Nate, Zach, everybody's such a go-giver and we want to imitate that, that personality, that work ethic. And yeah, if we get to that point, I'm definitely down to share anything that we've learned and trial and error. And we're trying our best to kick some butt, but at the same time, it was we're definitely under Zach, who's kicking also a lot of butt. So.
Oh my gosh, that's so ironic that you guys, like, I have my call with you right now, and then I'm gonna literally see Zach in like 2 hours.
Right.
That's amazing, and I would love to send you guys some DealMachine swag. I don't know if your little girl would like any either. I don't know if she like wears hats or a shirt or anything, but
right. So no, absolutely, that'd be awesome. One thing about DealMachine that we like, and so I'm on like small, we call them mastermind, just some buddies around the country that we hop on and we just share ideas from, like, for example, even like, so we have a group from like real estate disruptors with Steve Trang and Max and all of them. And so we have a bunch of guys that are with them and we just kind of chit chat. I also have my Drive for Dollars kind of got, group, and we're always bouncing ideas off each other. And one thing I love about Drive for Dollars is they always talk about like what app should we be using, et cetera. is I'm always trying to use the app that's is kind of solely focused on it. I know you guys have like the CRM, the other things that are kind of there, but Driving for Dollars is like the Cadillac of obviously Driving for Dollars. Like, so that's why we love you guys. We love, and you guys listen. And you guys, let me just put this out there. Your guys' customer service is top notch. You guys are always responding. So on point. So yeah, love you guys. Keep up the good work behind the scenes.
Oh my gosh, you don't know how much this is going to mean to them. I was the manager of the customer support and I love them to pieces. They're just really great human beings. So I really appreciate you saying that because
absolutely
they care about you guys so much. That's amazing. Well, also, I always like to ask at the end, what would be, and this is really hard, I know, but like what's one piece of advice you would give someone who's just starting out in this?
Oh, okay. Yeah, be obsessed. Be completely obsessed. And I would say that about anything in life that you want to do. And that's something you got to have passion. There's too many people, especially at wholesaling, right? If wholesaling is what you want to do, and again, Driving for Dollars, you could have a bunch of different types of exit strategies. But anything you want to do, be obsessed with it because, there's too many people that get in this game and quit because it's too hard. It's definitely a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work. There's a lot. Obviously, I can show you the board and show you how much money we got on it and blah, blah, blah. But guess what? That took a lot of time. It took a lot of work. I was just today, I had to run down to a seller about 40 minutes away just to get her to sign something, but she didn't sign it. And then it was just some like with escrow and stuff. Well, anyways, my escrow officer called me back. I had to turn around, get her, I filled something different out, sign. It's a lot of driving, a lot of work, trying to get these things. Then I called my other, one of my other deals that we're working on. We're working on her getting into an apartment complex, helping her with moving stuff. I mean, and then I got another one with dealing with squatters. So, I mean, there's just so much stuff that's happening, but we're all in this business. It's about service. Are you serving the seller? On top of that, are you serving the buyer? So when you put these deals under contract, make sure you're leaving enough spread for the buyer because that's what we're doing. We're trying to provide the best inventory for our buyers. And we want to see our buyers make a lot more money than we do. We just want to take that small sliver and keep it going and build those relationships.
Oh my gosh. No, that's an amazing piece of advice because I feel like I just love, you can tell how genuine, I know she's all the way over there, but I can tell how like hardworking and like genuine y'all are. And it is like what you put in is what you get back. And I know people who literally have gotten almost nothing in a spread just because they wanted to help the seller out. They were in such a tough position, but that pays off in time. Okay, I lied. I have another question. If you can answer it, but I always like to ask, cause I'm so curious, what's the biggest deal you've gotten through DealMachine?
Through DealMachine, it's, I would say, probably the one that's on the board right now. What is that? 81,000. So that's
my God. Oh my God. You weren't kidding about it's worth it with your
Keep that between you. No.
Oh my gosh. No, that's gonna that will light people's butts on fire. Sorry, people, but your butt's on fire. Like how amazing is it though? You talked about all that hard work of going back and forth, and it's not, I think a lot of people come in thinking that it is going to be just super easy, but you have to be obsessed, like you said, and you guys deserve it. Congratulations. That's amazing.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And again, appreciate your guys' support and, don't ever go away. We need you guys.
Oh, we won't leave that easy. And we'll, if you do need anything, just let me know, but I'll be sending you, if you could, I'll send you an email, but if you could send me a picture of you and your ladies or to go on the thumbnail of the YouTube video. And then, I'd love to send you guys some swag. So I'll give you a link for our swag shop. So that way it'll just be like discounted out.
Perfect. We really appreciate it. I know the perfect picture, so I'll send it your way.
Oh, thank you. All right. It was so great to meet you guys.
Bye, Elise. Talk soon.
Bye.